can see it, I can achieve it.
Hey, Just Like Me book fans, Michelle here, and I am here with another in our Meet the Author Spotlight series. Today, we have the pleasure of talking with Ajanta, and she is one of the authors. They are a duo of the Maya and Neil Adventure series. Hey, Ajanta, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Doing very, very well. You and Vivek do this book series together, correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
And we're married, so it's fun.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Vivek couldn't make it today, but we have you here, and we're super excited to have you here. So tell us, how did you guys start this? What's your journey? How did you get to the point where you are right now?
It's been a really interesting journey. We're both engineers, and so we're both like geeks. And then in 2011, we moved to Chicago. Literally wrapped up our lives in the Bay Area, came to Chicago, and we started fresh. Dance had always been a passion of mine. I am classically trained. But what I wanted to do was to pursue Bollywood, because Bollywood dance is very free form. It's not very rigid. There are no rules. And so Bollywood in the fitness form was sort of my passion. So I started doing that again when I came to Chicago. And then we added the kids classes. So what we started doing is every session, which is about 8 weeks long, we would introduce a new cultural concept from India. And it could be a festival, it could be about a dance tribe in India, it could be a place in India. And through these 8 weeks, we would talk about it and teach the kids about it. And then we would take a song which is from that region. Okay. And that's the song that they would learn the dance. And so what ended up happening is the kids would get a much bigger context than just a dance and its move. We started growing these classes one by one. Parents and educators loved the concept. And then this was really Vivek's idea, where he said, why does it have to be limited to kids who come to your class in order to learn this culture stuff? There must be a way to package it. And that's kind of when the idea of putting it together in a book came about. Okay. So that was only about a year and a half ago. And, we came up with the concept. We just went at it. We're like, we're going to go quick to the market. We'll see what people say.
I had no idea that it had only been a year and a half, because you do have so many titles. So, wow, impressive. Yeah. It's amazing, because, like I tell people all the time, the mission of Just Like Me books is to put in front of kids a perspective where they can see themselves in. So you guys are filling a great void. So congratulations on that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And with the fact that it's grown so fast, that's amazing.
Biggest surprise for us is that 40% of our database is not Indian. So the kids who come to our classes, people who buy our books, 40% of them are not Indians. And to me, that's amazing. Yeah. That means we're essentially fulfilling two missions as I see it. One is we're helping kids of Indian background sort of connect to their roots. But the other thing we're doing is, no matter what your ethnic background is, we're sort of helping raise multicultural kids. I so strongly feel it's important for kids to see that there are multiple ways of living. It kind of opens up their mind. It gives them a new perspective. And it's so important, because that's what builds tolerance. That's what builds that global citizen outlook, which I think is so needed.
You talked in the beginning a little bit about how both you and Vivek have very different day jobs, I guess. So what advice would you give to someone who is living a completely, totally different life, not an author at all, and kind of wants to make that transition?
Somebody who wants to write, I think the biggest part where I see people getting stuck is finishing that manuscript. I just recently met somebody who's been working on the manuscript for 7 years. I'm like, just get it done. Quickly write something, get some feedback on it, and just run with it.
And I hope that the people who just heard you say that take it to heart. I also know people who are like, I really want to do that. How do I do it? And I'm just like, just do it. Just put it out there. So,
exactly.
Are you able to read your favorite part from one of the stories for us?
Sure. One of the books that is probably our lesser known title, it's called Vaisakhi. It talks about Sikh people. And I wrote about this, kind of keeping up with the modern times and what's happening, and how sometimes they become targets of hate crimes and mistaken identity. And so I thought it would be very, very important for me to kind of address this. Okay. We're going to read about the main character in the book, his name is Birjeet, and Chacha means uncle, by the way, which we introduce in the beginning of the book. And so InfoZoom starts off with, who are the Sikh? Birjeet Chacha is a Sikh. Who are the Sikh? Sikhs are originally from a place called Punjab in India. They have 10 gurus or teachers. Sikhs believe in being kind and loving to all. The teacher, whose name is Guru Nanak, he started Langar. Langar is a free kitchen. Many people can eat together for free at a langar. Langar also helps poor people who do not have enough to eat. Reason that I brought this in is for them to know that not only is somebody wearing a turban walking down the street is not somebody to be scared of, but instead look at the beauty in their religion. And this is a true thing.
I think so much right now with everything that's going on in our world, these books are very much needed. And I applaud you and your husband for making sure to get them out there. Tell us, what are you guys working on right now? What are you working on next?
Actually, something super exciting is coming up. We are launching our own YouTube channel. And yes, and the YouTube channel is basically, we're calling it cultural screen time. We're building all these videos. Some are animations based on the books. And there are others that are nursery rhymes. Okay. And then there are some videos where I'm just going to walk into a restaurant, order a bunch of food, teach the kids about Indian food. It's like, so it's all like fun, educational, multicultural videos. Our books are moving to that brand. Also, we have our 8th book coming up, and it's going to be about Delhi and Taj Mahal.
Awesome. Well, tell the viewers where they can find your books.
Absolutely. So it's to actually go to the new website, which is culturegroove.com. And from there, you can find the books, you can find the videos, you can find all of it.
Thank you so much for sharing all this great information. We are going to be on the lookout for that YouTube channel. You guys keep churning out those books. Viewers, I hope you enjoyed this conversation with Ajanta. Check out Maya and Neil's series. You can find them literally everywhere. These books are so important to making sure that our kids grow up tolerant and have empathy. So thank you again, Ajanta. Everybody else, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if I can see it, I can achieve it.
If I can see it, I can achieve it.